Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we have $14 to build around Damian Lillard, a guy that's been a top point guard in the NBA really his entire NBA career, guys. So yes, he does not have any championships or anything like that, but I do think using this chart in front of us, we should be able to build one hell of a team and kind of build around Damian Lillard in a different way than the Portland Trail Blazers have done in years past. So before we get going on today's video, this chart is by Sports Alert Daily. He does have an Instagram account where he makes these charts. Shout out to him, guys. I've used a few of his charts for other videos. I should have shouted them out in those other ones. I just completely forgot to be honest. So yeah, go check out his Instagram account there, man, for some more interesting stuff like this. And yes, and then of course, man, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Of course, hit that like button, guys. 1,000 likes is always a goal. And let me know in the comment section below, based off this chart you see, what is your team looking like? So when it comes to Damian Lillard, I think the biggest issue, especially this season that we are technically currently in, but took a break from because of, well, life and horrible things going on. The biggest issue, one, was injuries. This Portland Trail Blazers team had a ton of horrible injuries that just really slowed everybody down. It essentially gave them no wing players. It was absolutely not great. Number two issue is that they got rid of a lot of their good 3-and-D oriented wings. You know, Mo Harkless, Alfred Community, players like that are just good solid glue guys that you need that can play both ends of the court. And then number three, I think another big issue is that as much as I love CJ McCollum, I think he's a fantastic shooting guard, definitely one of the best in the NBA. His play style is almost too similar to Damian Lillard, where you are paying him, $28 million a season to get, I hate using this phrase, but a Walmart version of Damian Lillard. I hate saying that, but just a guy whose go-to thing is scoring, where you already have a ton of scoring with Damian Lillard. I'd much rather them utilize finances and salary cap towards guys that are great at other aspects of the game, which is going to be kind of the focus of this video as we build through this team. Now, if you want to predict what my team is going to be like, do that in the comment section. Put crispy and then put the team you think I'm going to build. But no, man, we are going to go ahead and get going on this. Usually I put the player on just the 60s Celtics or whatever. I just build it that way. But this time we're actually going to replace the other top 5 players or the top 4 players on the team besides Damian Lillard. So that way these guys get to go to some other teams and stuff like that, and we're not just, stealing players from other teams out there, right, man? Still keeps things competitively. So let's go ahead and hit up the propose a trade. I did turn on trade override so I can trade for everybody no matter what. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and get going on this. Okay, so the first player we are going to be trading away is Hassan Whiteside. And we're going to do a position by position, man. So the center I decided to go with in this case, I very well could have kept Hassan Whiteside for $2. But financially, I was able to, kind of work it out where he will be going over to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Andre Drummond. So rating-wise, they're both 87 overalls. So, money-wise, you're well, crispy, just keep Hassan Whiteside then, right, man? I try not to pay too much attention to ratings, but just style of play out there. To me, Andre Drummond is a very dominant center. Obviously, the Detroit Pistons gave him up for literally nothing, and the type of center he isn't as sought out anymore. But when it comes to how I'm building this team, Drummond is the best rebounder in the entire NBA, guys, straight up. So having him on the team, catch some lobs from Damian Lillard should be nice. Clean up on the inside, grab some, offensive and defensive rebounds. Should be great. I do like Hassan Whiteside. I think he's better defensively. A lot of people are saying, though, that Hassan's stats are kind of inflated this season, which I don't know what it means exactly. If you put up numbers, you put up numbers, right, man? But also, I do think a big part of it is Hassan is in a contract year. He did the same thing on the Miami Heat when he was in his contract year. He just had this dominating season. I actually want to see if we can catch that one. It's probably whatever the best one is. I think it was, had to have been this 2016-2017 season. I think is when he got a very large contract, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. Then he kind of tapered off a bit over the years, and obviously his current stats aren't showing because we are in 2K and stuff. But yeah, man, this is the first trade we're doing. So there we go. Welcome to the team, man. Okay. So next up, the next position on the list is not Trade Finder, not Crispy Flakes Rebuild. No, CJ McCollum, 86 overall player. Okay, guys. So the player we are going to be trading CJ McCollum for is going to be Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat. And this is my prime example of, yes, obviously with Jimmy Butler, you probably lose a little bit of offense as opposed to CJ McCollum. Not saying Jimmy Butler's a bad offensive player, but that is the go-to thing for CJ, right? But with Jimmy, you're also getting the rebound, the playmaking out there, the defense, which is big, guys, at that 2 spot, can play the shooting guard or small forward position. So I just thought it was a guy that you could still count on to get you a basket. Maybe not as good as a 3-point shooter as CJ McCollum is, but he does so many other great things out there that it should complement CJ McCall, oh, I'm sorry, Damian Lillard, very nice in the backcourt. So for only $4, it was really a choice between Jimmy and Bradley Beal. But if we went with Bradley Beal, it would have been the same exact circumstance as CJ, where it's just like, okay, you got yourself a really good score. What else you got out there, man? I know Bradley Beal's also like a pretty good playmaker, and I think CJ is actually not like a bad passer either. He averages usually around 3 to 4 assists. So yeah, I just thought Jimmy Butler, I like that grit and grind that he has out there. I thought it'd be nice for this team. Nice compliment to Dame Dollar. Okay, there we go. Next up, guys, the position we are trading away. Well, I guess we're doing like the top 5 players, so we'll just trade Nurkic here probably for the power forward position. And for the power forward position, I just wanted a guy that could play alongside Andre Drummond. I was kind of deciding, because, you know, I could have went like Zach LaVine at the shooting guard spot, and then I could have got like Pascal Siakam for the power forward spot, which would have been nice. But at the same time, like, you know, well, I guess I haven't really seen. No, man, I got my videos mixed up, guys. I've not seen my videos. I got my videos mixed up. I have not seen Pascal Siakam play with Damian Lillard. I have once in a dream. Guys. No, man. Straight up, though, we are going to be going with Danilo Gallinari of the OKC Thunder. Once again, it's only a $2 player. I like what he does at the 4 spot. Can get you, 18 points per game. Can put the ball in the court. I thought would be a nice floor spacer, nice consistent score alongside Andre Drummond in the front court. Because that's actually when Blake Griffin was playing his best basketball, when he was like knocking down 3-point shots and stuff like that, and you had Drummond on the inside clean up the board. So I thought Gallinari, who definitely is more consistent shooter than Blake Griffin was on the Pistons. Well, now Blake Griffin's like shooting like 19%, but he had a lot of injuries and stuff. So I think Gallinari would be a pretty good pickup right here for only $2. It's like you gotta fill out the positions. I try to spend all $14. So there you have it, man. Okay. So next up, we do got one more player, guys. We got $5 left to go. And I'm thinking, I want to keep Melo on the team, guys, so we're going to go ahead and trade Rodney Hood right here, the small forward of the team. But no, man, for the 3 spot of this team, like I said, we could put Jimmy at the 3, so that could work out nicely. Really, it's a choice between Luka Doncic and also Kawhi Leonard. And at the end of the day, I've never really got to see Damian Lillard play with a great wing player. Like, he's played with decent ones throughout his career, but I really want to see Damian play with a guy like Kawhi Leonard. Somebody that can just get you a stop defensively no matter what it costs, and also get you a point no matter what, guys. I do think we're at the point in Damian Lillard's career where he can no longer be the best player on a championship team. And I guess I'm not saying that, because he definitely could be, depending on what the rest of the roster looks like. But, like, for example, like right now, as the Portland Trailblazers are constructed, I don't think he could be the best player in that team with a championship. As opposed to maybe if you went to, like let's say you replace Jimmy Butler on the Miami Heat with Damian Lillard, or, like, Chris Paul with Damian Lillard, then sure, those teams are obviously going to be a lot better too. But no, man, that's just kind of how I feel. So I feel like Kawhi Leonard in this case is just that guy we need to get Portland Trailblazers and Damian Lillard NBA championships. So this is the trade we are going to be rocking with right here, man. So let's go ahead and look at this starting 5. We got Dame Dollar, Jimmy Butler, Jay Butler, Kawhi Leonard, the life man. Okay, Danilo Gallinari and Andre Drummond for our 5-man rotation. Now, I think this team's perfect. Like, I guess, no, there's really no flaws to it, man. It's got playmaking from Jimmy Butler. Gallinari's a decent passer. Kawhi Leonard's gotten better over the years. He actually started off as just like a guy you would just give the ball to. He would get you a basket, but Kawhi Leonard's actually a better passer now. Drummond's pretty solid actually for the center position. I guess maybe, Drummond's not like the greatest defender, neither is Gallinari, but you kind of make that up with Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler, where those guys will just kind of hold their own. Bench unit is, like, good enough. We don't really got much for a backup point guard. I know Anfernee Simons is on this team, so he's going to get some minutes for the backup point guard role. But overall, man, I do think this team right here should win the championship. Like, I'm thinking about teams that could possibly get it over us, since obviously you got to do like LeBron and AD. Dallas Mavericks are always good in this game, but we got Damian as the second best player on his team. With Kawhi Leonard, we got Jimmy Butler, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. So, since some proficiency, we got a 3.5-star perimeter-centric team. Yo, let me actually remove this chart here real quick on my end. There we go, so you guys can actually see stuff. All right, so perimeter-centric. Not bad. 3.5 stars. What else we got? We got post-centric, not doing that. Triangle for some good playmaking, 7-second. We got defense balance is 4 stars. We also got pace and space is 4 stars. Let's actually rock with that one out there, man. I like the idea of that. As far as our team record goes, I'm going to say we are probably probably got to say like a 60-win team. I'm going to say 60-win, guys. Let's go ahead and simulate this season. And as we go through it, I actually want to give you guys a bit of my predictions for how I think the Portland Trail Blazers are going to do in the NBA bubble, because they are one of the teams that are actually essentially fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for that 8th spot out there. And if I'm being quite honest, man, well, you know, obviously you got to be able to beat out like the Memphis Grizzlies. And if I'm being quite honest, man, like if it comes when push comes to shove, I love Ja Morant. He's my rookie of the year. But I am going, well, that's the thing though. It's like the Memphis Grizzlies currently have more depth on their team, so they got that going for them. But I think when push comes to shove, if I have to like pick a team, it's going to be the Portland Trail Blazers. Like, I'm going to bet on Damian Lillard, you know, going Dame Dollar mode out there and getting them that last place in the playoffs. Now, do I think they're going to do anything with it? You know, I think that no matter what, Damian Lillard is good for 1 or 2 playoff wins, but I don't see them getting out of the first round of the playoffs this year, unfortunately speaking. What I think ends up happening, because I don't think it's an extremely deep 2020 NBA draft, not draft class, off-season, like free agency-wise. But what they need to do is, you know, I think they probably ultimately end up keeping CJ McCollum. I don't think they're going to trade him away unless there's like some blockbuster trade that goes on. So I think they'll end up keeping him. I think Hassan Whiteside probably walks away. Like, Nurkic has already played in the bubble, so he seems completely healthy. This is going to be a nice little run for him to do some things out there. So either they re-sign Hassan Whiteside to a friendly contract and trade away Nurkic, or they keep Nurkic and they just let Hassan Whiteside walk away, which is like $28 million freed up in cap, which they should use to go after guys like Jeremy Grant. Like Jeremy Grant, Robert Covington, even Paul Millsap for a season would be a little interesting. I think if they can end up, you know, going into next season with a team of Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, like a Jeremy Grant, Paul Millsap, and Nurkic, that would be extremely interesting. Unless they want to go a little bit younger and go with like a Robert Covington and Jeremy Grant, that would be nice too. Obviously, they will need to continue on their bench depth, although, you know, Gary Trent should be good to go. Anfernee Simon's going to be a year better. Ronnie Hood's going to be healthy. Melo, I probably don't see coming back to the Portland Trail Blazers, but who knows? If it is, it's going to be in a limited role, which we don't know if he really wants that right now. So it should be interesting, though, man. And at the end of the day, when you have a top point guard like Damian Lillard, like, hey, you're halfway there. You just got to get everybody else around him, right? So as far as our team record, we got 67 wins on the season. One more game against CJ McCollum. No, it's not CJ McCollum. Ronnie Hood and the LA Clippers. Sorry, Clippers. Not sorry, Lakers. You guys are probably happy I did that trade. So simulate through date and finish with a W on the season. We got LeBron James getting MVP. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder is 6-man. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player. Scoring is actually kind of down a little bit. But that's going to happen, you know, when you're no longer the #1 scoring option. Bam is Most Improved. And Terry Stotts as Coach of the Year. Also, guys, quick note. I did react to a video on my second channel by Colin Cowherd, his top 5 players in the NBA. History, all time, he's got Kawhi Leonard as #5. Just if you guys want to check out my opinion on that. Terry Stotts, though, is Coach of the Year. Stotts Tots. Great episode of The Office. Actually, Scott's Tots. So we got All-NBA first. Wow, man. Drummond got All-NBA first. That actually makes me feel a little bit better about spending the extra dollar to get him over Hassan Whiteside. Not going to lie. I thought people were going to be a little mad at that. They probably are, but hey, there you go, man. You got Paint Beast. Okay. All-NBA second. None of our players. All-NBA third. We got Kawhi Leonard, so no Damian Lillard. So maybe he had to take a little bit of a step back for this team to succeed even more. Jimmy Butler did get all defensive second team with Andre Drummond, so I guess it's really underrated Drummond's defense. But I mean, I never thought his defense was bad. It's just like, it's not elite. We are the first seed in the Western Conference. Love to see that. Let's go to the player stats on the season. So Damian still was the leading scorer at 24 points, 8 assists per game. And that's why I love this team, man, because like there's a lot of great offensive threats out there where it forces the teams not to be able to double team Damian, so he can just go crazy and beat up on your point guard every single time. Kawhi, we saw his stat line. Drummond at 21 points, 19 rebounds, 2 steals, and about 2 blocks per game. So very nice there. Gallo did his job at the power forward spot. You know, took some shots, rebounded a little bit. Jimmy Butler didn't kill in the scoring department, but he has the all-around game of the defense, the playmaking, which is why I got him for that 2 spot. And even like offensively, he was efficient at least. 50%, 3-point shot, 36%. Everybody shot pretty nice. Drummond, why? Just stop shooting threes, man. You don't got to do it, man. You're just hurting the team out there. Then we got Melo at 13 points, 4 rebounds. Gary Trent played nice. Anfernee Simon's good backup point guard minutes, although he's more of a combo guard. I definitely want to see Simons work on his playmaking and stuff. So he definitely has potential to be a good passing point guard. Just got to work on it a little bit out there, right, men? So first round, we do have the Phoenix Suns. Simulate round right here to see how this goes. And looking pretty good. We up 2-1, 3-1. There we go, 4 games to 1. Devin Booker, no issue whatsoever. 31-7 for Kawhi, 25-7 for Damian Lillard. Next up, we got Golden State Simulate round right here. And that was just too easy. For some reason, the Warriors are really easy to beat in this game now. And I don't know if that's because like Draymond Green's ratings are kind of down or something, but yeah, they're easy to beat up on. We got them 114-108. Look at that good balance scoring all around there, man. Gallo, yeah, you play very shallow, man. 1 for 8. Next up, we got the Lakers. I don't know if we'll get past them. We'll see. I mean, we're going to see like literally right now. And yes, we do get them 4 games to 2. LeBron dropping 44 and 11, doing everything he can, but we scored 140 points, man. 27, 27, 22, 22, 18. I'm keep on thinking, like, is having Melo on my team kind of cheating? I mean, I want to use different role players in these videos instead of having like the generic like Jonas Jerebko and like Sean Livingston that always gets assigned. I thought this was more of a fun way to do it and pay more like homage towards the team we're kind of celebrating out there. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And then last, but certainly not least, we got the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Finals. Well, if they weren't last, then they wouldn't be in the Finals. It wouldn't be the last team we're going up against. But simulate round, guys. And there we have it, guys. Is Damian will get Finals MVP? I think it's probably going to be Kawhi Leonard. And it go Andre Drummond. Damn, bro. Why were you doing this shit on the Pistons? He actually kind of was. We're being quite honest. He kind of was. 18 points, 19 rebounds, about 2 steals, 3 blocks per game. Wow. Drummond. I mean, I guess it should have been a Drummond video. Near triple-double in the closeout. But damn, we held them to 86 points, guys. 86 points. Giannis still did work out there, but nobody else really did. Hope you guys did all enjoy this video. If you don't mind, drop that like I said, man. Check out Sports Alert Daily, the Instagram page that provide us with this lovely chart right here, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.